Very good. Thank you,
How are you
doctor.
feeling, of course?
Generally pretty decent. Been able to get a bit of sleep. Um, my concern currently is that when I get these stomach cramps, sometimes I feel a pinching, sharp, stabbing pain sensation, and usually it subsides, I think, when whatever's in that bit of the intestine passes through there. And sometimes it hasn't subsided. It's been pretty strong. Um, and it varies. Sometimes there's usually some kind of general discomfort there, and then it rises depending on how things are going. There's just a little bit going on right now, so just kind of wanted your updates.
Okay, let me examine your tummy.
Please.
Yeah, let's put that down here. Still record my voice.
Sure. And that's the side where I typically have more of the pain. And a little bit there too. A little bit underneath there. Tap right in there.
Yeah, your belly exam actually feels quite well. So are you putting out a whole lot to the bottom?
I think so. What would you say? I don't know if you guys have been able to see the charts and things.
Yeah, the chart it says about 5 liters, but is your bottom sore?
Not too bad. I used toilet paper and then I finished with like a soft moisturized wipe.
We can also give you. Is that a? Is
It's just
using
lotion.
Yeah, we can put some cream. It's going to get sore if you're going to put that much out every day.
I'm trying to figure out how often I should go to the bathroom because I don't necessarily feel the prompt of I'm full. What I usually have been doing is, every few hours, or if I've recently experienced some substantial pressure, then it went through and I know there's something waiting for me. My challenge is I get in there and then I feel more of the next pang of cramping and pressure. And I know that typically, depending on what spot it's in, once that subsides and goes through, then it immediately comes out of me. So I'm optimistic that I stay in there and I get that next round to push through, but it doesn't necessarily happen, especially if it just stays that sharp pain and it doesn't subside.
Mm-hmm. No, you can wait till you get the prompt. That's okay.
Sometimes I feel like, I get the squeezing and like a little bit might trickle out into the pad in my underwear.
Mm-hmm. So that's one of the adjustment processes after you get a pouch. So it'll be a learning process for the next several months.
Mm-hmm.
And even the output, it'll slow down over a period of time.
Sure.
And at some point, we can add soluble fiber to kind of bulk things up.
Right.
Because you're having this cramping, I'm not sure you're at that point yet.
Okay.
All right. Let's just see how you do over the next day.
Mm-hmm.
If you do better, then things slow down. You're feeling better, and then great. If not, then we'll scan you again to see if there's anything going on in the tummy.
When you say things slow down, just putting out less?
Mm-hmm. Putting out less, you feeling better. The cramping may persist for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah. To my hands, everything feels okay. Your exam is quite good.
Okay, good.
So I'm actually not very worried. One of the reasons to rescan is because you had temperature before
Mm-hmm.
Friday. But let's see how you do till tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what kind of indicators or metrics should I be looking for?
Nothing. We'll be looking for them. But the things which prompt a scan are things like fever, high white count, increasing pain, things like that.
Okay.
But we'll be looking. You shouldn't be looking for anything.
All right.
You should just relax.
What's the correlation, if you know, between pain and then some nausea? Because I get like cramping, and I would say it's like 75% pain, and then sometimes I get some nausea that seems to go along with it.
Mm-hmm.
Common?
So pain itself can cause nausea, but it could also be linked. It could just be cramping because of your intestines trying to adjust to your surgery.
Okay.
It's not unusual.
Should I still be trying to eat then?
You should listen to your body. You know, if you feel hungry, then eat. If you don't feel hungry, then drink more than you eat.
Okay.
Yeah, you should listen to your body. Yeah, there is no, a lot of times we feel that as patients that, oh, okay, if I eat, that means I'm making progress. Not necessarily. Yeah, you have to listen to the feedback from your body.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I rarely feel like, oh, I just really want to eat something. Mostly, I feel like I am trying to nibble on things. If I can tolerate it, then I try to do it. But it's rarely the situation where I'm just eating because I actually feel compelled to eat.
It'll come back. Your appetite will come back.
Okay.
Right after surgery, many times the small intestines don't empty the way they're supposed to. It's called an ileus. So you definitely have a component of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you've been here for so long. But once that resolves, once you get a better understanding how your pouch functions, that'll all help the appetite coming back. It's all linked, of course.
Sure.
You're doing okay.
Okay.
All things considered, I'm glad Dr. Freedock reversed your ostomy because you were really suffering from that.
Yeah.
You're doing okay. I know it's not easy, but you've been a very good patient.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you.
All right, sir.
Appreciate it.
We'll see how you're doing by tomorrow,
Mhm.
and we may scan you. I was planning to scan you, but your abdominal exam is pretty good. So let's wait till tomorrow, see how you're doing.
Mhm.
If you're doing better, we may hold off on the scan.
When I feel the cramping, should I do anything about it? Sometimes it feels like I either get a little relief or something if I'm pushing or prodding.
So you can do that. There's no harm in that. Sometimes a warm or a cold pack helps, and sometimes it may be a prompt for you to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah, because now that you don't have your native rectum, the prompt may be different. You may feel like a cramp. It may actually be just a prompt to go to the bathroom.
So what if I had just gone 20 minutes ago?
Then just use either a hot pack or a cold, or if pressure helps, you can use pressure. That's okay.
I'm not going to hurt myself or do any damage doing that. Do you think there's any likelihood that either anything that I do could help with that cramp and that pain, getting things through what might be like a pinch point or something like that? If I'm leaning from side to side, massaging, doing anything
Not
like that?
necessary. If one position is better than others, let's say you've found that if you lay on one side it's better, you can do that. But typically, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All good questions, intelligent questions.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, sir. Have a good day.
Too.